Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome back to our podcast. And here I'm sitting with Naufal Aulia as the participant of overseas program from Uda Coding and Ido Legacy. And so, Naufal, how is it to be the participant of Uda Coding X Ido Legacy in Malaysia?
First of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Naufal Aulia, and as Danish explained, I'm one of the participants in internship program helped by Udo Coding and Idol Legacy broadly in Malaysia and Batam. So, answering the question, what was the question?
So, what is it like in Malaysia?
Okay. When I'm at Malaysia, I'm very enjoying my time in Malaysia because, first of all, because the company is accommodating all the compliance and all the needs all the needs, for example, from transportation, food, and then accommodation like where do we sleep, Wi-Fi, and etc. They all accommodate that thing, and also because sorry, my voice is a little bit harsh, and because also the founder of the Idol Legacy, the company from Malaysia, really how can you say it, really
close.
Yes, really close, uh, and also he's very kind for like
welcoming you.
Invites us. Invites us to go to holiday, for example, like go to the mall and then eat in somewhere in Malaysia, etc.
And how's the weather in there? Is it the same like Jakarta or is it different?
Oh yes, basically in Malaysia it's pretty much the same in like Jakarta and Indonesia, but because I there live in an apartment on the 37th floor, so the wind is kind of very hard, very windy. So in Indonesia you call it masuk angin. I get masuk angin often.
Oh, so I hear you stay in the apartment in the like Gelora Bung Karno.
Yes. We live in an apartment. I forgot what the apartment name is, but in front of the apartment or the apartment view is basically Gelora Bung Karno, Malaysia's Gelora Bung Karno, the number one, the biggest stadium in Malaysia, and it is used for concert, for football practices, and more. So there, for about 1 month there in Malaysia, I experienced pretty much 3 concerts being held in that stadium. I don't know all the artists or the singers sing there, but yes, I see the crowd, and I used to go to the food stall because when there's an event, the food stall is there's a lot of food stall, and the price also pretty much the same in Jakarta, but the food is very great.
So
Oh yeah, I forgot, but you also participated in that internship, right?
oh yeah, I also participated in Uda Coding and Ido Legacy collaboration in Malaysia, but me and Noval is a different departure. So I
Leave first.
I leave first from Batam to Malaysia, and then around 2 weeks, and then I came back to Batam, and then Noval turns to Malaysia. So I'm me with Noval is not together in Malaysia, but we experience the same.
Living space and everything.
Yes.
Also the same person, the CEO. But can you explain the difference between Indonesian people and Malaysian people, or the culture in Malaysia be like?
Oh yeah. So when in 2 weeks in Malaysia, I see a lot of abroad people like China and India, and it's all mixed together. It's like mm, different with Jakarta. Jakarta is like the people is all from Indonesia, but in Malaysia, in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur, it's all mixed with different kinds of people.
For example, China, India,
Yeah.
Yuan, and more. Okay. But you earlier state that you go around. Do you go around the capital city of Malaysia
Yeah, I go around with the KRL.
with the KRL? How was the experience?
It's totally different from the Indonesian, but it's the MRT in there is faster and more cleaner and very terawat.
Take care of.
Yeah, very taken care of by the government in there.
Also, I remember that when you use the MRT near the apartment or the MRT around Malaysia, you use not a ticket but a
Oh yeah.
somewhat like a coin.
Oh yeah. So in Indonesia, usually we use like some sort of card, and we fill that card with balance for our ticket go to places. But in Malaysia, we uh, order the we're not using the card. We can use the card, but people often use like coin that bought from the vending machine. For example, you from this station A, you want to go station C, and you have to buy from the vending machine, and it costs you per station. So uh, A to B and A to C is a different price. Not like same in Indonesia too, but we use coin in there. Like you insert your money, and then some sort of coin comes out from the vending machine.
So basically, like a one-time use ticket.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Can you explain? Can you tell us more about the process from Jakarta, where you live in, right? Or Bekasi, all the way to Malaysia? Like, what do you use? Like, or do you use plane, and where do you go for the destination to the plane? Or you use boat, or
So, firstly, I got accepted with four of my friends in IDM, and me, Naufal, Mikdad, and Fadlan. We are four get accepted in internship program, and the first 3 months, I think, uh, we work from home, and in that time, the UDA coding is giving us some material for the project coming. So after 3 months work from home, UDA coding or founder of the UDA coding tell us that we will go to Batam, uh, and then all of the accommodation is has been paid by UDA coding, like the planes and just planes. And then after that, after in Batam, we stayed like 2 months in there and preparing for our projects from Ido Legacy. And then uh, uh, after get our projects, and we got an opportunity to come to Malaysia using a boat, and then not airplane because boat is way more cheaper. Like I go to Malaysia with 3 people, and it costs only 1 million rupiah. By plane, you maybe can cost like 7 million, and with 1 million, you can go go to Malaysia and came back to Batam with the same ticket. Yeah, and funny story because in the port, what is it called? Bea Cukai.
The immigration.
Yeah, the immigration of the
Bea cukai. Ya only bea cukai.
in Batam that I got suspended by 3 of my friends. So without any explanation, they just suspend us in the room and asking question, why are you going to Malaysia? And maybe because our passport is new, because no like
No stempel
no
yet.
stemples, they thought us will be a illegal immigrant or
Migrant.
illegal working, some sort of, and yeah.
Different story from mine because me or my section of team already learned from Danish and friends' mistake, so we come prepared. So we only get suspended for about 1 hour, 1 hour or shorter. Different with Danish for how much you get suspended, but
Yeah, I arrived at the port at 8 a.m. and seharusnya
Supposed to be.
I supposed to departure at 9 a.m. But because of the immigration suspend us, I departure at 2 p.m.
really sucks. But thankfully, we both can go to Malaysia and come back safely.
After using boats, the boat is
Right.
the boats arrive in Johor, not in Kuala Lumpur. So we have to uh, some-
Order booking. Book.
Yeah. so we have to book another bus ticket to Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, but it all paid off by the Indo Legacy company. So yeah, and the bus is takes around 5 to 6 hours to arrive in Kuala Lumpur, and I arrived at 2 a.m. in the morning and really lack of sleep.
Exchange.
How about you? Naufal?
Pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. I go from Jakarta to Batam using plane, and then from Batam to Malaysia using both, and then from Malaysia from Johor to be exact, and from Johor, I get picked up by the owner of Idol Legacy to buy me ticket and go our way to the Kuala Lumpur and to the apartment using bus. And it takes approximately the same, about 5 to 6 hours. And but different with Danish, I arrived in Kuala Lumpur around 6 or 7 p.m. because I didn't get suspended in the immigration, so I can get to Malaysia pretty much quicker. And then yeah, about 7 p.m. I arrived in the apartment, and then after that I worked.
Yeah, after I arrived at 2 p.m. and the owner of the Indo Legacy has told us to get a rest, and because tomorrow at 8 a.m. you have to buy some stuff for the work. It's like the food and the tolakan tuh
Plugin.
outlet. The outlet, because the outlet is different from Indonesia. You use two like,
2 and 1.
30.
and in Malaysia it's like 3
3.
plugs, and we cannot charge our phone that time, so we cannot call or text anybody until we bought the plugin for the Malaysian one.
With all that experience, okay, so you already participated in an internship, and then in that internship you have experience to go abroad for the experience for that internship. But the question is, uh, with all that experience combined, where do you want to go next? Do you want to go abroad for universities, or you want to go abroad for working, or just in Indonesia, or
So I've been thinking about going abroad for university. If I didn't get abroad, and I will stay in Indonesia. So I've been thinking. So like I will find some university in Malaysia or uh, Singapore
Mm.
for my continue study. And yeah, that's two country is my target. And how about you? Will you go abroad or you will stay here in Indonesia?
my plan is to go abroad to study, to pursue my study. My target is to go to Malaysia, to go to Singapore. There in Singapore, there's one university that are pretty much the top tier in engineering and technical stuff. The university the university name is NTU, Nanyang Technological University. That would be my dream to go to be a student there, and pretty much in computer science. There's the major that I want to go in. But apart from Singapore, I also want to go to Qatar.
Mm.
Qatar opens a lot of scholarship for their universities. But other than Qatar, I also want to go to Australia. Australia has pretty much pretty good university. For example, like National University of Sydney, National University of Australia, uh, National University of Melbourne, and a lot of stuff. But the target for me is just to yeah, get the and hopefully I get the best university for me in the major that's best for me also. And no matter what the country is, hopefully I get the best. But even if I don't get university abroad, universities in Indonesia and engineering stuff also pretty good. For example, like UI, Universitas Indonesia, and UGM, Universitas Gajah Mada, and ITB. That would be a pretty good option for me to apply.
Mm.
But for Dennis, what's your plan for the future? If you already graduated from university and you already have a job, what that job would be, and what's the after the job? What do you want to do after the job?
So I think I will be continuing my major as a software engineer, and maybe I will change for time to times and the major. I mean the language of the major. Like for now, I'm focusing my language in Flutter development or Dart, and maybe from time to time I change to website or PHP, Laravel, because you can stay in one. You can stay in your safe zone. You have to come to your safe zone. Come out from your safe zone.
Out of the box.
Yeah, come out, come out from the box. You must try something new, something else. And how about you know about that?
Pretty much the same. After I graduated from university, I mostly will go look out for a job, pretty much in the same field in programming. But same with Dennis, I'm looking for the highest demand, because with the highest demand, I will get the most paid, or the highest salary that I will get. But after that, then no matter it is if it is web development or mobile or data science and everything else, I just want to get the the high salary
Mm.
from getting know the highest demand in the industry. That after I dropped because I think that working on a company it's not my end of life. I think that's not my end career. After the job, I want to be an investor or building my own business because living independently is uh, far more better than working with someone that are you dependent with. Okay. Uh, so already how much?
Okay, enough.
Enough.
Because
Okay. I think that's all for me.
Yeah,
Mas,
That's all from us. Dennis, do you want to say something?
I think
Yeah.
enough.
one message for the last,
Mm,
each of you.
I think my message is don't scared to try anything.
Mm.
Uh, don't scared to try anything new because without failures you can't get the knowledge.
I think for me, uh, use your limited time at the best state because we as a human has a limited time and one day our time will be over. So use your remaining time in this world for the best for yourself, for the best for other, for the best for nation and everything else. I think that's all from us. I'm sorry that if there's many mistakes. I'm sorry for my voice that are very low because my my I don't know, this is weird. Thank you so much for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.